another edition of Living in Rio. We are in Ipanema, and this is my favorite part of Ipanema, the side facing the lake. And I had to show you this aspect of this fantastic neighborhood. And if you see my previous videos, this really is the neighborhood, my favorite neighborhood in the world, okay? Not just in Rio, not just in Brazil. And if you are fortunate enough to live here, you will have access to this lake. Rodrigo de Freitas, the name of the lake. Just let me show you or remind you, if you've seen the previous videos, down any of these streets you will firstly hit the residential side, and then you will hit the main shopping street called Visconde de Pirajá. We've been to all those places. Further down you will hit the world famous Ipanema beach. So this is another great aspect of this wonderful neighborhood. Obviously, there are surrounding neighborhoods too, as you can see, including Botafogo, even parts of Copacabana, Jardim Botânico, Gavia, all different neighborhoods. But Ipanema is very special because of this beach, and you can basically from here walk some minutes and you will have access to supermarkets, shops, boutiques, restaurants, everything. Those who live here are fortunate. I would say all neighborhoods in Rio have that, they kind of concentrated, so you have access to trade and so on. But having access to a view like this, when you already have a world famous beach on the other side, is just very, very fortunate. By the way, that island over there, or it's like semi-island, it's a very, very expensive sports club, activities club. I don't know how much it is per month, because I don't think I can count that high. This is an upmarket area, obviously. But I say, if you have the money and you want a different life and you want to live in Rio, I would highly recommend this. It's the perfect area, except for the fact that not many houses here, okay? So if you want a life in a house with your own yard, garden and trees and so on, Ipanema maybe not, okay? I will take you to that area, one of those areas here in Rio, on another video. Check that out. There's some cloud cover. The mountain in front with the heavy cloud, that's where the Jesus statue is. And that's facing, it's not facing Ipanema, it's facing to the right, which is the Guanabara Bay. People do some hiking on some of these hills or mountains. You've got the bicycle lane here, people jogging and all of that. Fantastic, all in this setting. Years ago, I used to train Kung Fu 3 times a week, and once a week it would be here on the lake, okay? And it was fantastic. At the time, it was private lessons. The teacher would almost kill me, but afterwards I would just sit down, have a coconut water, facing this. Beautiful. Some people fish here as well, but they don't really swim. The lake is deemed not too clean for swimming. Luxury apartments, they would cost a lot of money as well. And all this combined with the climate, which is mostly hot, yeah. So you're not just an observer. You can be part of nature, doing exercise, walking, chilling out. There are some restaurants and bars around the lake as well. I never regret coming here. So thank you for bringing me here, because I'm here for you now. On this video I had to show you this aspect of Ipanema. The temperature is around 29 to 30, between 29 and 31 degrees centigrade now. Somebody taking picture here. Look at that. Yeah, look like some kind of ducklings. You're close to nature here. It's kind of a vanilla nature. You don't have tigers and snakes, but you have interesting birds. Sometimes monkeys, possums, depending where you live. Check that out. I would say to get an apartment with a lake view here, I prefer the lake view more than the beach view. Yeah. Okay, it's gonna be a little noisy because these are main roads here. But the perfect one would be, and I've seen apartments like that, going one street behind this one and finding an apartment that's taller than the apartments in front. There you get a view of the beach, view of the lake without the noise. Okay, hard to find, obviously, and every time you have a view you're gonna pay a lot of a lot of money. But that's, I always say, the money you pay here is in comparison is pretty economic, pretty cheap compared to parts of Europe and parts of North America. The problem is when people want to live in a place like this, the fear factor, the doubts, they start setting in. And then people, there will always be somebody saying, "Oh no, don't go there. It's it's dangerous, or it's a developing country, and you don't want to go there." There's always people putting doubts in you. So the best way is, well, you watch videos like this, but I would say the best way is to visit and get to experience it for yourself. Make a logical assessment of what this place has to offer you, and a logical assessment of your own financial situation. And most importantly, I would say, is how you feel. I always talk about feeling, because that's the final decider for me from my point of view. I could have been living in other places where I could be making more money and so on, but I would not be happy. I have already lived in places where I made money, but I was not happy. And I got out before I got miserable. And if I had a dime for every time someone told me, "Don't go, it's dangerous, this and that," I would be a rich man. So this is, it's beautiful, very relaxing walking here. And I talk about living here because obviously the channel is called Living in Rio. It's about living, not so much tourism, although some areas they overlap, obviously. If you're living somewhere where you have Beautiful things, beautiful attractions. Well, tourism overlaps with that, and I'm sure some people come here as a tourist and then they fall in love. Look at that. And this lake is really nice this time of the afternoon, late afternoon, and the clouds are clearing slowly from the statue. I can just about see it now. I don't know if you can, but hopefully we're gonna walk a little bit, maybe it'll clear totally. So my advice, I saw something moving there. I'm not sure what it is. Well, I won't be finding out today, that's for sure. Yeah, if you're gonna live here or live anywhere, if you're changing, make sure it's you deciding, not someone else for you, okay? There are a lot of people who wish to move as well, but they don't. Sometimes fear of the unknown, fear of the new, fear of what other people say. So you decide, don't let them decide for you. And because people like that, they like to put doubts in your mind. Look. And by the way, the time of carnival is over, but they're still having some post-carnival parties. But it's over, and Rio is going back to what you can consider to be normal. Because hey, it's a party town, people enjoy themselves here. But sometimes you bump into people with carnival attire still in the street. Maybe not so much here on this side, because people come out for other activities here. Yeah, this is nice. Still a lot of people out of town still, because during carnival a lot of people leave, because for many people it's a novelty, but some people get tired of it year after year, so they leave, and so the city is a bit quiet, but there are still a lot of visitors around. Yeah, that's clearing up. It's beautiful, beautiful. I try to always remember the beauty of this place, because sometimes people forget. You don't know what you have until it's gone. Well, I used to live here. I left. When I left, I started missing a lot, missing it. With this beautiful setting. So I appreciate it now. Always gotta thank God for all you have. And where you live is a very important part of what you have in life. So we're walking towards, parallel to the main street, which is a few blocks down that way. Main street of Ipanema. And we're walking towards, generally speaking, Copacabana. And it would be nice to put a hammock up and just lie down there and enjoy the vibe. if you're into cycling or jogging, you can jog all around the lake using this path. Some information here on the plant life and crabs. I think they have crabs here. I haven't seen any, but there it is, Lagoa Rodrigo de Freitas. Talking about the vegetation. Beautiful. Great place for a picnic. I don't think people would do picnics here, but great place. Rio is full of great places and options to live. I haven't touched, well, I only touched on the options, but Ipanema and Copacabana are important ones, especially Copacabana in some ways, because most tourists introduction to Rio is through Copacabana, okay, and the Copacabana beach is probably even more famous than the Ipanema beach, although the Ipanema beach I would say is better and more upmarket. Just gonna cross here a little bit. Let's get this side of it. So it was important to cover Copacabana, Ipanema, Lemi, to some extent, which is a kind of a continuation of Copacabana, but we'll be hitting other options. Basically, this city has one of the biggest parks, if not the biggest green parks within a city in the world. It has a national forest inside of the city. It has a few lakes. And eventually I'm going to show you something really interesting, because one of the options here, besides living in a posh residential street or by the beach or by the lake, is living on islands. Islands that are inside of the city of Rio de Janeiro. Okay? It's a city with islands inside. And you can live, it's an option for living. I will show you that on other videos. And it's beautiful. You don't know where to look sometimes. The small businesses making their trade here. Over here, it's dangerous. There is a certain type of energy, you can feel it in this place. Actually, you can feel a certain type of energy all over Rio. Trying to get all the interesting shots here. All over Rio you have an energy. I can't really explain that one. Here is like a tranquil energy, the nature, the water. But other parts of Rio is something really interesting. The general energy is like almost like you're you know, you get the feeling when you're next to a power station and some kind of humming of energy. It's almost like that, you know, there's kind of a humming here. Sports activities will take place here, of course, on this side. Those are options. Again, it's the first Saturday after Carnival. It's pretty quiet. Maybe that's that's a good time to walk. Maybe I'll do a silent walk here one day, in another time. Just to give you more feel. Look at that. If you come to the Copacabana side, oh, some information on the birds here, the feathered variety, and there we go. Look at that, beautiful. And the lake is bigger than it looks here because it goes around the right corner and it continues a little bit more. Those mountains are the two brother mountains, those Irmãos, that are at the end of the, you can see them from Ipanema beach, and they are at the end of the Leblon beach actually. This is the life. If you can live in a place like this, in a big city with everything close to you, anything you need, but to have this natural phenomenon, this natural beauty right next to you, together with the beach as well, which is on the other side. I think the walk from here to the beach is probably around 10 minutes. Beautiful. And here we are, people jogging. Go a bit further. That's one of the restaurants, bars I was talking about. Right now they're closed, probably open up later on. It's very nice to sit there, have a drink, whatever it may be. To that view. Isn't that wonderful? You have residency, well, residency, no, you have options, living options on other parts of this lake, but some of the apartments are not too close to local trade, whereas on the Ipanema side at least, you can walk to supermarkets and so on, okay, including 24-hour ones. And but if you live like further where we're going now, you're gonna have well, if you forgot to buy milk and it's 9 o'clock in the evening, you have to get the car out. Oh, I almost lost my life, but maybe it was worth it. There's some kind of a class going on here. Very nice. Beautiful. Now this is a good place for picnic. There you go. We're well out of Ipanema, but that's where Ipanema is, okay? The side of the lake side of Ipanema. Going to the mountain there. And the lake. Because it's romantic here right now. Oh, by the way, today is the International Day of Women. So let me, any women watching, let me congratulate you. Obviously, for me, every day is an International Day of Women. That's my point of view. But still, I don't know why, I really don't know why people who live in a place like this might need therapies. Because nature gives it to you for free and it works better than any therapist you can find. Anyway, I think this is a good point to end this video. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm gonna hang around a bit, walk around a bit, and just enjoy the scenery here. See you on the next video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you have any comments, let me know. All the best.